Hey guys, so it's a modern day Nana here. So I talked about in my Christmas haul how I wanted to make some Mercury glass ornaments, and so I think I have a little time now to try that. I'm in the garage. I was outside, but it was still buggy and it got dark on me, so yeah, it's pretty crazy in this garage, but anyway. Oh, I wanted to show you my earrings too, because I know we're doing Christmas, but it's almost Halloween. Aren't those cute? I think they're little Day of the Dead girls. Anyway, so okay, so the Mercury glass ornaments. So I started and tried to do a little bit, and I learned a few things the hard way. But the materials that you have to do it are first some ornaments, some glass ornaments. Now I read one thing that said you could use plastic. I don't know. I mean, all of mine are glass. I've got 3 different sizes. I've gotten these at the Goodwill for $1.49. There's 4 of them. You can see I tried one. It did not turn out. I'll tell you about it. But I've got 3 nice big ones left. I mean, it's not awful, but it's obviously not, it's just basically mirror-like, not Mercury glass. I don't think I can probably do anything with that one, but that's fine. That's fine. And then I have this set of ornaments that I got at I got these at Goodwill too, and they were, it says $3.84, so you never know if I paid the full price or it was a half off. But anyway, still not bad. $3.84 for 12 ornaments. And then these I had in my stash, and they, I believe, were from Hobby Lobby, $8.99. So I'm sure I paid like $4.50 for them. And yeah, there's like a dozen. Okay, so I did learn a few things, like I said, a few things of what not to do about it, like that one. And then actually, that one turned out pretty cool. And this one, I thought, actually, it didn't have like the droplets necessarily, but I thought it turned out pretty cool too, almost like a marbled. Anyway, so yeah, I thought we'd try a few different things. There's a mosquito in here too. I've already been bit several times. First and foremost, you absolutely have to have this looking glass mirror-like paint from Krylon. And I have had this forever. Sure, you can get it on Amazon, Hobby Lobby. I'll try to put a link for it. I'm not real good at that yet, but you have to have the Krylon looking glass mirror-like paint. Okay, and like I said, I don't even remember why I bought this, what I used it for, but it not much because it's still basically full, and I know I've had it years. Gotta have this. Then you also, I read different things that said get a spray bottle and do, obviously this is way too much, but get a spray bottle and do half vinegar, half water. It said white vinegar. I didn't have white vinegar. So I thought, you know, I mean, what would it matter? So anyway, so this is half and half. Now this kind of comes out in like a stream, and then I just had this. It's just a little, you know, had like hair stuff or something in it, so I saved the bottle, and it's got like a nice, see, it's got a nice mist. So we can try both of those. I actually tried this one, see, you know, so which I actually kind of thought would be better, but then the one girl in her post said use a fine mist. Okay, so then it varies. I think after you have the looking glass spray and the water vinegar mix, which I did read somewhere that it said you could just use water. So you could try it if you don't have vinegar, but you know, vinegar's cheap. It's a good household product to have, cleaning, you know, those kinds of things. Like I said, it's cheap. These were done with, I just sprayed after I did that first step, those first couple steps, I just sprayed a little bit of this black in it. But different people said different things. I have got different sprays. I've actually even got some gold spray paint, but I've also got just, I think this is still good, just a gold acrylic paint. Doesn't matter, you know, any brand, Folk Art, Walmart brand, whatever. And then this I bought not too long ago. It's a Folk Art metallic. So I thought, you know, we might try that. That might actually be kind of cool. And then I just had the black, you know, just the black paint. But then too, I was digging in my paints and I thought, I wonder what teal would look like. So, I mean, really, you could probably do about anything if you wanted to. I guess it wouldn't technically be considered mercury glass then, but, and I'm not really going for the teal look, but I thought it might be fun to try. Oh, and then you either need some kind of heat gun. The girls got this for me. I think my oldest daughter got this for me 3 or 4 years ago, probably at Hobby Lobby. It says embossing heat tool, but oh yeah, by the Paper Studio. So that's Hobby Lobby. But honestly, any old blow dryer, hair dryer, you know, would work fine. And I see those all the time, like at Goodwill. You know, you can usually plug things in there and see if it works. So, you know, if you, for a couple bucks, I want to say I looked at these once and they might be about 20. You could probably get them at Walmart too, or of course Amazon. And I've used it actually. You can tell it's kind of had some paint on it. Okay, so I think that's it for supplies. Now, let's go ahead and try another big one. Okay, what I did before was I sprayed the looking glass in it and then I dried it. I shouldn't have done that because this is what happened. I dried it and then, well, oh, stuff's pouring out on me here. What I should have done was spray the looking glass in, and we'll go ahead and do that. It's just like, kind of like a stream coming out, and I didn't know if that's because mine was old or what, but it honestly doesn't matter. You just want to coat the inside of it. So let's just spray some in there so you can see it in the bottom. And then we just got to swirl that around, and if there's not enough, then we can go back and spray a little more in there. But you want to swirl that around the whole thing, cover up the whole thing. Yeah, this is a pretty big ornament. I'm going to need a little more, I think. I mean, it's nice you can see in there and see what's going on, at least now, you know, until you get this step done. Anyway, so, okay, let's just get that coated. It's still not completely coated. Okay. Okay, all right. I didn't want to go in the house just because I like being outside anyway in the air, but then, I mean, it's a little stinky, you know, it's spray paint, so, I mean, it's going to be a little bit stinky. Although, I mean, you're spraying it inside of here, so it's not like you're spraying paint or, you know, spray paint out in your atmosphere of your inside of your house. All right, let's see. Do we feel like that is good enough? Oh, got a little on the outside. Oh yeah, you can already tell on the outside where it's starting to change and get that mirror look. That's why you can't use just like a metallic, because I've got several metallics. That's why you cannot just use something like this, because it's got to have that mirroring effect. And I'm not sure the science behind it. I just know that's what you got to do. So, okay. Well, I mean, I feel like I'm just going to keep doing this around and... All right, I'm going to say it's at least been... Well, there's a little spot there. Maybe if you give it a better shake. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to use this little one. And I'm going to spray. The one girl said to spray it in, but try to spray it in different directions. So I'll try to kind of spray it up. I think she said a few sprays. Okay, so now let's... Oh, something's happening. Spray a few more sprays. Oh, okay. I see some bubbling. Can you see some bubbling? See how that's bubbling a little bit? Okay, let's see. Okay, now you're supposed to, when you get it all covered, oh, I think she said shake it while you're shaking it, while you're giving it a good shake. She said to dry the outside or just do it on the outside. When I was doing it originally, I was like, putting it in and blowing it inside of it. So let's see what would happen if we just turn the heat on and do it on the outside. And I'll set this down probably in this box. It's got like foam in it, because if it gets hot, I'm going to set it down, because it's glass. And this little thing gets hot. It's got two settings. It's got a high and a low. But, oh, yep, something's looking cool. We'll try it this way and see. It stands to reason you heat up the glass, no matter inside or out, it's gonna dry up the paint. Let's keep kind of shaking it. Trying to get it where you can see it. And I'm going to just put it point it toward the opening of it and see what this does. Still see some water droplets in there. I was going through my Christmas stuff the last couple of days, and I have a bunch of junk. I guess I've definitely kind of gone more toward gold themes at some point. Granted, I've been doing Christmas for, what, 40 years anyway. So, I don't know though. I was thinking this year, I actually did a lot of gold for the fall. And so I think I'm just going to kind of try to stick with like silvery, maybe some metallic. I ordered some, I've seen lots and lots of people craft with it. Boy, I can't think of the name of it now. Dang it. Anyway, I'll show it to you when I get it. It's supposed to come tomorrow, I think. It's like little tubes of different colors of metallic paint. Rub and buff is what it's called. And it looks like a dab will do you on a lot of things. Like, exterior. I don't think you'd be able to do it in here because you have to rub it on. So, okay. So, still some water in there. Now, the one girl I read the article, she said to go ahead and do this as many times as you wanted to get the desired effect that you wanted. Like, repeat this process of the spraying the mirror, the looking glass, and then spraying the water vinegar, drying it as many times as you wanted. I think in her article, she said 4 or 5. And then you would go in on the last step and put that last paint in, whatever paint color you wanted to. I should have like a blank backdrop. It actually looks pretty cool. It really does. But you know what? For sake of doing it, since we're here, let's go ahead and do it again. So we're just going to repeat this process. So I'm going to spray this gold in, or this mirror looking glass. Okay. And I'm just going to give it a good shake again. Get your arm exercises in. That jiggly, all that jiggle under my my underarm. For real though. Oh man. Yeah, oh well. That's all right. Let's see. Okay. Looks like it's, let me do just a squirt more. I feel like there's some places in the bottom that could use a little. All right. We've got an artist studio I live close to Peoria, Illinois, and we've got an artist studio where there's a gal, Draper Glass, I believe is the name of it. Her name is Jeremy Draper, and she does all kinds of blown glass things. It's so cool. And like, they have a first Friday at, the first Friday of the month, and they do like art studio tours, and they have a lot going on. It's actually in an old Sunbeam bread factory downtown. So yeah, it's cool. They are trying to revitalize, and they have done a lot of revitalization of the downtown area. Okay, I'm going to shake it up a little. I'm going to spray some of the water vinegar mixture. Give that a good shakeroo. I can see it, all of it beating in there. You know what? I'm going to stick my finger over this and just shake it. Okay. All right, let's try the heat again. See what we come up with. Woo! Little gnat or something flying around. You know what? Well, oh, you can't see it. There we go. love things that look old though, you know, all the crackled stuff, like the crackled paints and you know, something that really is antique that has been painted over the years, layers and layers of time, and then the paint's crackled and you see all the cool colors. I watched a lady that did a technique for that. We could try sometime. What was it called? Something rehab. Where I think like she even goes and gets stuff out of the dump, which I'm trying to think. I don't even know where our dump's at. I mean, I guess I should know that, but I don't. But yeah, I mean, I guess, right. People get rid of a lot of stuff that could be salvaged and could be used. Okay. Well, I feel like doing this again just maybe covered up more of the spots that it originally had. Shoot. Well, you know, I mean, live and learn here. Let's get this dried and then we'll go ahead and do a coat of the black because I think that would show up the best. All this busyness in the back of me is not helping the situation either. It's a disaster in here. My son told me, Mom, we're supposed to be taking stuff out of the garage, not putting more stuff in, which I know, but I had my oldest granddaughter living with me for a while, and she just graduated from college and, you know, got her first professional job, so she moved out. So that room that she was in is an awesome big bedroom upstairs. I'm seriously thinking about maybe making it into my craft room because I've got a big old house with there's 4 bedrooms upstairs and 2 of them are being used. So I would have already have a guest bedroom, which is comfy. It's not huge, but you know, what are you gonna do? But this would make an awesome, it's in a corner, so it's got would have some good natural light. Okay. So if I do that, you know, I'll take you along. It'll be quite the ordeal. Okay, let's see. Okay, all right. I am going to, where's the black? I'm going to use the black because I used it once before and I know it works. I mean, I know what it looks like on that. So let me spray some of the black in here. And again, it's just a matter of putting it in there and shaking it around. And it'll just show up what, ooh, not, well, okay. I mean, it's definitely doing something. It's definitely doing something. Let me make sure I got it. Let me stick my finger over it here and give it a good shake. Well, there's some. Boy, I don't know. I almost think one good coat and then do the color you want, because I mean, if you coat it and it gets all coated with the mirror spray, you know, then where's it gonna have to shine through? I mean, that looks cool, but the rest of it, there's not much. Oh, well, it is showing up some on the bottom. Let me do a little more. I have always got paint on my hands. I mean, I try to wear, and I do wear gloves sometimes. My hands get irritated kind of easy. So yeah, as we continue to do crafts and stuff together, you'll probably notice me. What I get is those like little dollar, well, $1.25 now, gloves at Dollar Tree. I just buy a handful of them when they, put them out in the fall, and just kind of run through them. I don't know where my black pair is at, but they've got holes in 2 or 3 of the fingers. But, they serve the purpose because I'm in, sticks and weeds and rough stuff. And I don't know. It just, not that I have nails. I mean, I don't do acrylic nails or anything, but it just literally tears my hands up. I've had problems with eczema in the past, and it's always kind of like this balance between, protect yourself and not let it get out of hand, because it when I got it really bad, it was on my hands. It was like a topical dermatitis and eczema. If you've ever had something like that, it is incredibly irritating. I mean, because, you start scratching. It's not good. All right. You know what? I'm kind of liking this. That's looking pretty cool. And then, I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. Well, oh, here it is. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with this. This is just a little, hanger, but that is too shiny, I think. I don't like that. I think it needs to be a little darker. You know what? I might just spray it with one of these because it looks, true to the lid color. Might just do that and see how that goes. These are cute. Got a little UC Xmas. Cute. Anyway, okay. Well, all right. So, what do we think? What time we at? We're at about a half an hour. So, trying to think if we wanted to try something else. Maybe I'll go ahead and do more and see where we get with it. But I think that one's not bad. It's kind of cool. And then I'll show you later on, what we decide to do with them, how we decide to decorate with them. I'll do a bunch of like decorate with me videos. And yeah, that looks about the same. It looks about the same as that little one. It's got a spot there, but that's kind of cool too. Each one is different. It's got its own character. So yeah, I kind of like those. And that's really the look I was going for. Now I know some people, which I don't really want to do. I'm gonna stick down here poking me in the leg. No, it's a piece of wire. Yeah, I don't want to do the gold. I've got a can of gold spray paint, or I've got that, like a metallic. Oh no, this says metallic bright silver. Well, never mind. But I've got this gold. I think I'll go ahead and yeah. Okay, so originally I was doing it where I was just putting the little blow dryer, in the opening and doing it. But I noticed just doing it on the outside like this, you could see like the water bubbling up, being drawn to the outside, so it could be, dried up. So anyway, so yeah, let's see. So I did the very same thing I did on that first big one, and we haven't put anything in it yet. We did the looking glass, coated it, put the vinegar and water, sprayed some in there, 4 or 5 little sprays. It's gonna be determined by what you want, what kind of sprayer you have. You know, you're gonna do more than one if you do them. So you'll just have to kind of practice. Okay, so this time I'm going to put, before I'd put the spray paint in, I sprayed the spray paint in. This time I'm going to put, let's see, and this is the gold. I just want to see, this gold is probably pretty, oh, right. Well, fiddlesticks. Okay, we're not doing the gold because it's really old too. I need to go through my paints, but I know this is new. Antique copper. Antique copper. So let's see what this does. I put a little squirt in there. And I don't think we're supposed to do, well, you definitely could do the spray some water and vinegar in here. Oh, well, that's interesting. You know what? Maybe I will spray a couple of sprays just to make it more liquefied. I'm going to stick my thumb over the opening of the ornament and give it a good shake. Okay. Well, yeah. So, I mean, definitely a different look. Let's get down here on the bottom. Good. I hate that it's so hard to see. I'm always got paint all over me. I mean, it's like, really? I hate that, you know, it's so hard to see on camera because that actually looks pretty cool. I hope you can pick that up. There's a spot there that's a little bigger. Yeah, so that was the copper. The one tutorial I read said to start with that spray paint you get that's like has the stone finish, but I looked at that not too long ago and they wanted like, I don't want to say, I mean, at least $12 for I was like, maybe if I were doing like a big planter or something that I wanted it to look like concrete, but I don't know. I was just like, no, I'm not spending that on. Plus I didn't really know what I was doing with it. I was just kind of looking at it. Yeah, this is cool. Now, this is still kind of wet inside, so you know, I can I can turn it upside down and, but yeah, that's actually, I like that. You know, it's just kind of that coppery finish. It does look like that. Okay, so we've got, this was with the black after we did the looking glass and the water and vinegar, and then we did the black. This is the water and vinegar and the looking glass, and then that copper. But like I said, depending on what you wanted, you could use any color. Technically, you'd have to use, I would think you'd have to use the looking glass, but as your second color, I think you could probably use whatever, you know, you were interested in. I'll see if I can get some of this gold out, but it might be, you know, well, I mean, it's liquid in there, but anyway, okay, so recap. Get your ornaments. I'm doing glass. I've read things that said you could use plastic. Get your looking glass, Krylon, spray paint. I think Amazon, Hobby Lobby, not sure where else has it. Get you a little container to do some half and half oil and vinegar. We're having a salad. Water and vinegar, and it doesn't have to be exact, you know. Your heat tool, your little blow dryer, and then whatever color you want after you do that first process. either just an acrylic paint. You can squirt a little in and shake it around. Because that was thicker, I did add a little bit of the water vinegar mixture. I didn't when I just did the spray paint. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and work on these, and then I will put in after when I get them done and how I styled them, okay? All right, thanks so much for watching.